With the globalized nature of our modern society, one of the largest problems facing people today is conflict around the world. We can see this on an international level, within specific countries, and even within specific households. And now we see coronavirus impacting people's mental health as well. But no matter where the conflict lies, one thing remains constant, and that is stress and anxiety. Anxiety and stress are two of the most dangerous problems facing people today because they are so easy to acquire, yet often are also internalized, and thus they are easy to ignore as well. This is a dangerous problem, and this problem is not uncommon either. According to the ADAA, the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, today, over 40 million adults, people over the age of 18, suffer from anxiety and stress-related disorders in the US alone. And even more problematic is that only 37% of patients receive treatment for their disorder. That leaves 25 million patients untreated in the US alone. This is a problem, I thought, to which there had to be a solution. There had to be some way in which we could provide these people with an opportunity to flourish and escape from the anxiety and stress that was holding them back. So I began researching. And what I found was that two of the greatest factors for reducing stress were control and self-discipline. Having a schedule provides people with a way to calm down and relax. But I wanted to confirm this, so I provided a survey to 10 of my friends, and I found that 9 out of 10 respondents indicated that COVID-19 increased their stress due to money, scheduling, or other causes. 8 out of 10 respondents said that COVID-19 has greatly decreased their ability to stay disciplined and be productive. And most importantly, 10 out of 10 respondents used specific activities such as reading, exercising, and even sleeping as motivating factors to stay disciplined and to relieve stress. And that's when I formulated my idea. I combined this knowledge with the ideas about AI from Sherry Turkle's Life on the Screen, and I realized that an app could use artificial intelligence to tailor to each person's needs by learning from their individual reactions, resulting in reduced stress and anxiety. Thus, I made Pacithea. Pacithea is a mobile application that schedules activities throughout the day and uses AI learning to react to your reactions, resulting in reduced stress and anxiety, so that you can live the way you want to live. And with that, let's get straight into the demo. So now the app is loading up onto the phone. And the first thing that you see when you enter into the app is the daily activities page. This shows all the activities you have scheduled for the day, which ones are completed, which ones are in progress, and which you are yet to do. Here is the dashboard for Activity 2. The app will explain the activity as well as parts of the activity and allow you to check off items as you wish. You can see that parts 1 and 2 have been completed, yet part 3 has not yet. This is the same for all activities. If we go back and look at a future activity, Activity 5, we can see that no parts have been completed, but all information is available at all times of the day so that people can see what the activity will entail. Now we will go into surveys. Surveys allow people to respond and give data that is used by AI to make the best decisions about scheduling for each individual person. We can see that the surveys are organized by time: past surveys, available surveys, and future surveys. The future surveys are not yet available, but if we go to the available surveys, and we click on Activity 1 survey, we can see that Part 1 of this survey has been completed already. Part 2 is currently in progress. In Activity 1, you can see that the surveys are simple so that people don't have to think about them. Respondents are only required to agree, disagree, or be neutral to a statement. Through this method, we limit the amount of time users have to spend on the app so that they can go about their day without more work than necessary. Now we will go to Settings. Under Settings, you can see that there are many different options. Today we will go over scheduling, notifications, and data. In scheduling, you can link calendars and set up the time that you want to wake up so that the app can schedule things for you appropriately, and so the app doesn't interrupt your personal, work, or holiday schedules. While it is true that there is a desire for accurate timekeeping and a need for tighter scheduling and synchronization of activities, I discovered that too much structure can also be a bad thing. Pacithea does two things to combat this. Firstly, if you have scheduling changes, such as a meeting ending early or running late, Passothea will automatically adjust to your needs. And secondly, Passothea allows users to choose activity frequency as they wish. This will enable users to spend more or less time on activities throughout the day. If a user does not know what activity level they desire, they can turn on the AI function that allows the app itself to decide what is the best activity frequency for that user. Now, we will go to notifications. The notification settings allow people to choose when they would like to be notified throughout the day. This person has chosen to receive notifications every morning, when an activity begins, when a new survey is available, and for nightly updates. Now, we will go to data. Under the data settings, you can see that survey precision and frequency can be adjusted. This will make more or less questions or surveys, allowing people to choose how much time they want to spend on surveys. If they do not want to choose themselves, they can choose the AI option that estimates the best amount based on their reactions and needs. This application represents an innovative approach to stress and anxiety relief. It is true that other stress-relieving apps exist, and apps that use AI for workplace scheduling, but now we have combined the two. An app that uses artificial intelligence to reduce stress and anxiety is new territory for us and for the world. But new territory does not mean unfounded. Over a 3-week period, I performed a case study on my friend, who we will call George. George was subject to the top 10 stress-relieving activities over a 3-week period, including music, exercise, and doing a hobby. This case study produced promising results. By using surveys similar to those presented in the app earlier, I was able to perform successful decision-making that increased happiness and reduced George's stress and anxiety. Present in the graph are daily averages for the survey responses. The data showed that the method was very successful. After only a week, activities provided were effective 92% of the time, and on day 8, activity decision-making reached 100% effectiveness for the first time. During the second 2 weeks, the average decision-making effectiveness equated to 96.8%. Thus, the idea is a viable option for reducing stress and anxiety. AI is not the only important thing about Passothea. As Elizabeth Rosenzweig suggests in her book Successful User Experience, it is often the case that UX can make or break a new product or service. This is especially important because ease of use, with both the product and with all touchpoints of the brand, can limit the potential for making mistakes while under stress. And this is even more important in a stress-relieving app, which is why surveys will be kept simple, only requesting an emotional response to each statement. Going forward, this app will reduce stress and anxiety, allowing people around the world to live better and more productive lives.